business development meetings with myself and with Nick attending, subject to his schedule.
And we're going to have a guest. Next week we got Dave Kern, who's going to roll it. And, based on a conversation he had with Mark and how he's created his business and how he's doing it and what he's doing to this day. So great stuff next week.
Business development next week, which is the 26th, I believe.
Sure.
Okay, so just to give you that. Mr. Nelson, tell us how money is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So the Fed makes an announcement in just a little while. And I'm going to say most people don't think they're going to raise rates this time, that they're going to wait until December, but we've been surprised before, but we don't anticipate them to raise rates. That being said, just remember, when the Fed raises the Fed funds rates, that affects short-term rates. So that's going to affect prime, which is equity lines and credit cards. It doesn't all of a sudden mean mortgage rates are going up a 0.25%. Want to highlight a few quick things. One, just a reminder, our bank does construction loans for owner user, not spec. And we do multifamily loans. We have a multifamily department, that's their expertise. And I just want to share a recent deal. The client went to their bank, got declined, flat out declined for their purchase because they're going to be renting out their current home and they need that income to buy what they're buying. So they got declined there, then they went to a broker and got approved for about $1.6 million. Came to us because they wanted more money because the house they're buying needs work, and we were able to get them $1.75 million. So we were able to get them 10% more based on the expanded guidelines that we have versus the typical guidelines that are out there. And those little things make a difference and help them out. One other thing that happened, we talk about credit disputes. A lot of people dispute something on their credit report. That artificially increases their credit score, and lenders want that dispute removed before they'll make a decision and close that loan. Depending upon what the dispute is, when you remove the dispute, your FICO score can drop. This client's score dropped from 760 down to 690. Okay? Yeah, it's a big drop. Okay? So, and it doesn't always have that impact, but it can.
When it's removed?
When the dispute is removed. So what happens is if you have a late and it's a dispute, that late is not being recorded. As soon as that you remove that dispute, that late is being recorded. So if you're disputing an account and there's no late, it doesn't have that impact. So this is something that lenders realize. And so what we did is we used our blended FICO program. We took the person that had the good score, we used this lower score, averaged the two together, and we were able to get it done. So just something to be aware of. So we're in a good rate environment. I think we're going to have a really strong end of the year. And like you said, we're seeing more inventory, and we have a lot of people pre-approved, ready to buy property. Right? Thank you.
Okay.
Brandon?
Great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All righty. So we're going to stay busy till the end of the year, right?
Yep.
All right, good. So we've, once again, kind of taken our farming tools to a new level. So I just wanted to share a new capability. Before in the past, I've always spoken about you giving me an area, letting us run kind of the analytics to tell you what the turnover rate, to tell you how many property counts are in each of those areas. Now you can kind of do it reverse. So you can take not just a big zip code, because there's thousands of homes, you're probably not going to be able to work all of them, but just look at a subdivision or look at the tract. Each block can consist of maybe 3 tracts. And then maybe look with a minimum or maximum range of a turnover. So you can say, I want in Beverly Hills 90212 a turnover rate anywhere from 4 to 7%. I want to look at average years ownership from maybe 7 to 10 years, because that seems to be when people typically will sell their anniversary date or what the median length of ownership is for a certain pocket. You can just type in what you're looking for, and then it'll reproduce the actual list now, and then make it easier instead of, thinking of areas, letting us run analytics, and then adjusting it until we figure that part out. We made it a lot easier. So,
Brandon?
yes.
Can we have a class on that?
That'd be great, because it is all something you can do at your own fingertips on a computer. That's what I would show you, is through our website, how you can go in there on your own at night and you're kind of researching properties. It's great intel, and be specific when you're out there looking and prospecting. This is a great way to do that. So I'll set that up with Karen, and we'll make sure you guys are knowledgeable on this. Thanks.
Good morning. Just a reminder, I know we're having some interesting situations with escrow. I cannot emphasize enough, not just because they're affiliated with us, but ETA has gotten us out of some really precarious situations. And what is good about both Belinda and Anita, they are such seasoned escrow officers. They perceive the problem, they perceive a problem that may come up in advance. So you can get on the problem before it blows up and you have all sorts of situations. I don't see Rachel here, but I just want to tell you, we were doing over a couple of escrows that had precarious situations, and they could have blown into horrendous problems, and because of the foresight from these two escrow officers, it was under control before it got out of control. So that's my word today about escrow trust advisors. With that, I am going to hand this over to Mr. Siegel.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Carl, punch up the Gary V video. How many of you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is? He actually sells wine, okay? Does the wine business, but he has become an absolute expert authority on social media marketing as a way of reaching out to clients, creating more business. Our focus, remember, what's our focus for the end of this year? Make more deals. Make more deals. Thank you. Good. So here is, I want you to watch this video, 4 minutes, 27 seconds, and we've got our, let's go full screen. Oh.
My biggest advice right now for real estate agents to jump into social media, whether they're in the 101 phase or 201 phase, is to take it seriously. This is a binary game. It's not about tactics. This isn't you saying, use hashtags on Instagram or Facebook Live Matters or pay attention to Snapchat. This is, you either understand that your customer's attention is in these spaces or you don't. You either believe in the digital revolution or you don't. It's a 1-0 game. And so I think my biggest advice would be get into it deep. The key ingredient to building a personal brand online is actually having something to say. You know, at the end of the day, no one is a crap product. If you have nothing to say and bringing no value to your audience, you've got no shot. So let's get that in place. So if you have that, it's understanding the distribution. The whole world of attention is predicated on the content and the distribution of that content. So everything is actually relevant in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest is the key to building a personal brand. Patron attention, getting shared attention is predicated on testing and learning. Way too many of you are crippled to run Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest ads. You just don't want to make that jump. You're debating, you're pondering. While you're pondering, people are executing and getting those customers. So the way to get market share is actually test and learn. I'm sure all of you have $100, $1,000 a month to test and learn, yet you haven't even gone there yet. A lot of my entrepreneurial and business and life thesis is predicated on the dirt and the clouds. And what that means is the clouds is the big thesis, is basically what we're trying to accomplish and being patient and being willing to eat crap for decades to get there. And those are the tactics. Again, so many of you have opinions on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, yet you never properly use it. Yet you never really deployed a lot of effort or money in it. So the thing I'm most proud of is I do it under my fingernails. I use all these products. I do it every day. I put in the work, put the hard hat on, lunch day out, put in the work, engage, talk, create, do it. And then the clouds are, I want to buy New York Jets. And so for me professionally, all my strategies, all my businesses are built on, does that get me there? So it's having a top line religious thesis, but then understanding the infrastructure and thinking you can get there and being willing to do it. Think of another analogy. Are you willing to be the architect and the mason? That's what it takes to be successful. Listen, tying all the different principles, direct mail, email marketing, SEO, social, to make it all successful is predicated on actually doing it. I think once you're actually dealing with different disciplines, you start tweaking and turning and seeing how social is impacting your open rates on email, how email can drive. And it's like, how do I build a list? How do I get followers on these platforms? When they have, I love when people have 10,000 people on the email list and are pondering how do I grow Instagram followers. Use the email list to drive them there. So using them and tweaking them comes after actually doing them. People always ask me, how do I make it all work together when they're only doing 2 or 4 things? Real estate entrepreneurs need to be thinking about content marketing and distribution. And step 1 is actually making it. But this question pisses me off because people are just not making content. People like to talk about making content. They make 1 or 2 videos, they put out 3 or 4 pictures a week, a month, and they think they're making content. Multiple pieces of content every single day, always, forever. I think one thing that most people miss about social content creation in that environment that's missing is they just don't think it actually sells stuff. I just think that most people genuinely change their social media as an afterthought, an appendix, they sprinkle at the end, they don't take it seriously. I think social media is the current state of the internet itself, and I'm not looking down against the internet, and I just think that most people are.
All right, so does that resonate with you? So let me ask you this, to what degree, when you listen to that, you go, I'm playing at this level, or I'm not playing at that level? And that's just an awareness. So we are going to assist you in playing at a better level. One of the things that we discussed on yesterday's meeting was the concept of get more deals, you need to touch more people known and unknown, right? And so the way to do that is content and then confidence. Your confidence in the content that you send so that you don't feel like you're bugging people, you're giving them noise, you're not engaging with them with things that they care about. There is a level of discernment in this, but the time that we spend as a company to create blogs, to create content, is an opportunity for you to package that content and then use it to your advantage. We're going to teach you how to use the CRM even more efficiently. We're going to scale that down more granularly in a host of videos, or see a video at the moment, and that just gives you the tools that we're building a library of these videos. That's going to be done in concert with the architecture of what is going to be your business going forward. One-on-one meetings. Karen, you going to start them after Rosh Hashanah?
Yes, the 4th of October.
4th of October, so that list is going to go out now. Take the time to spend a half an hour and really look at what your business is and where you're going with it. And Karen's going to be there with a host of tools to assist you in building a game plan that you can execute once you schedule it on a daily basis, so that you're touching these different components and building your business from that perspective. Now, one of the great content resources that you have is all of us and all that we're doing as a company. Our expanded campaign, which I am so proud of, because it speaks to us all, is that when you list with one of us, you list with all of us. And that consciousness is the backbone of Partners Trust. And so, Carl, will you punch up the Wall Street Journal? So this went live today. Kevin, that's an accurate statement, right? Yes. So let's lose the ad, because I don't care about the ad. There we go. Better. So right there. Johnny Depp lists 5 penthouse homes in Los Angeles. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor used the units of top Los Angeles Eastern Columbia building as an unusual home base. Well, hats off to Kevin Dees for securing that. Do you think, how many people, if you did a percentage of the universe, or let's go with the world, has heard the name Johnny Depp?
A lot.
Pretty strong, right? I'm going to go the 90% quartile that they know this guy. So that and association with Partners Trust. We're going to package this so that you can actually say, look what Partners Trust has done. Look at our cool new listing. And if you have anybody that wants to know more about it, let me know. Kevin, you okay having 240 ambassadors promote your listing?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. You think that this thing's gonna go viral?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and all of that circles back to you and your association with Partners Trust. Take full advantage of it. Yes, Kevin?
We have a video also that we should let people have access to.
Yeah, so let's do this. Would you do me a favor, let Brian know that, let's package the shareable on this so that people can see it and they can look at it. And then when you go on a listing appointment, you can say, this is the type of listings that we have. This is who we are. What I also love about this opportunity, you know, in certain companies, there's a finite number of people that are getting all the love. Well, in our company, you all have the ability to get that love, and we have the resources in our marketing department, in our PR department, to make sure that when you go on these opportunities, you have every opportunity to win. And I think that is one of the most exciting things. And then so on that line of content, how many of you are aware of the open house event that we're having tomorrow? How many of you sent that out as a cool and unique way that Partners Trust is engaging with our community? You're associated with very entrepreneurial companies. You're the first to take a real estate environment and make it a storefront where we're selling wonderful things and commodities, and we're bringing in different designers to deck out the space. It's going to create the open door of community. This whole idea of social media is really social engagement, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so when you look at engagement, the best form of engagement we know is an open door policy. And now you start playing to who we are as a company from that level. I just did a great article interview with Inman, who's covering our event and what the concept is. And when I got to the point where I said, and you know, what we love about this endeavor is that 10% of every sale, whether it be a couch or candlesticks or whatever it is that we're offering, that money goes directly to our charitable giving fund. And we're not taking anything as a company because we see the added benefit of bringing the community into our front doors. And when the interviewer said, "You mean you're not taking a commission on anything?" I said, "No, we just made an arrangement with the purveyor of whoever's giving the content, or the products that we've got that we're selling, that they send that to our charitable giving fund." And that resonated with him so much, and it made me so proud that we play at that level. And so that's content that you can share. And then when I go back to the fact that I had another interview about Horatio, and that was on the heels of a podcast that we did. So for those of you that don't fully understand yet what the dynamic is, this podcast will be the next podcast we do. We're talking about risk reward, and how that plays into the whole idea of new development, things of that nature. It's great content, but talking to that Inman interviewer about what we're doing and how we're playing at this level and how we immediately become the authority in Los Angeles based on the credibility of this person. That all directly relates to you. These are the types of content that we're bringing forward. These are the exciting listings that we're bringing forward. This is the growth of who we are as a company. And we do that as a collective, and I candidly have never felt that more than I feel it now. So I'm really proud of what we're doing. Yeah, Richard.
Can I put that in bite size?
Go ahead.
So here's how I applied what Nick just said. The Ocean Park opening. It's a unique event, and it's a unique location. So I took my database and I sent out an invitation to all the people in my database that have a Santa Monica zip code. And I actually did a separate one for the people that have a 90405 zip code, because it's in their neighborhood. And I sent them a one-paragraph description of the event with a photograph, and I said, join me, I'll be there Thursday. And I would say probably 25% of the people that I sent that to responded to me, and most of them just said, hey, that's really cool, or thanks for sharing. But it's so simple. It took me 5 minutes, and I owned it. I took that Ocean Park event and owned it. It's me. This Wall Street Journal release, I'm going to send that out to my business list. And basically the message is, my partners and I have a very exciting piece of news to share with you. And that's it. I'm not taking any more personal credit for it. I'm running with what Kevin has done, and I'm going to take advantage of it. And when I say it to people, they're going to associate that with me. And guess what? It's going to help Kevin too. And it's just very simple. And the third one I'll mention is, last week I got a call from somebody who I do business with on Upper Tiger Tail in Brooklyn. And they said to me, hey, I saw you finally sold that listing at the bottom of Tiger Tail. Okay? That's not my listing. It's been on the market for 2 years.
How many different brokers have had that thing?
5.
5.
Okay? But there's a partner's trust sign on that listing. And the guy I'm talking to said, hey, I heard you sold it. So I said, yes, I did. Thank you. And you know, that's the borrowed cool. I borrowed from Ron and David, who did all the heavy lifting. They don't care that I got some mileage out of it, but I did get some mileage out of it because it was a partner's trust and because, you know, we collaborate like that and share. So I kind of look at the whole thing as my partners and I have sold. My partners and I have opened. My partners and I have listed. And I use it. And it's simple. It doesn't take a lot of time. And it works.
Now, so that was good, but it wasn't so bite-sized. I'm just.
Well, it's mini bagels. Bagel bites.
So, do you get where we're going with this? Yeah. So, you know, the first video that was sent, we had trouble listening to the video about Facebook share. And I hope that you all took a moment to look at that. I will tell you that the statistic, we were up 30% just from that one video. You taking that content and you sharing it and you celebrating it. Last week, we reached over 9,400 people through Facebook just because you accelerated it one notch. As this continues to grow, we're gonna exponentially accelerate this. When you're on Caravan, take a snapshot of these photos, promote it, say, my partners and I just listed this. This is so cool. Look at this vantage point. Share it. Engage. Yeah, Lee.
I'm not going to show my age, but would it be possible to have a seminar on the mechanics of some of the newer, the Facebook Live, Snapchat?
Also my age, yes.
Okay.
Yes, and again,
I get the content, I'd love to share it the right way.
Carl, make a note, will you please? So we have our own in-house social media experts that are here to teach us. We're building these videos. We can absolutely do those. We want this meeting to always have an element of education as well. We want the business developments on Tuesdays to have elements of education so that you take these things in bite-sized pieces that you can digest and you can build upon and we build a bigger architecture. So we got the new seller's guide. Katrina's done a wonderful job with that, and that's going to be available to you all. You'll see that next week. Yes, Kevin.
Oh, I just wanted to say in front of everybody how much I appreciate Nick, your help, and Ron, your help, and Karen, your support. There's not another company anywhere that could have given me the amount of support and attention to make this happen, and everybody in this room really feel grateful to be here at Partners Trust. So I'm not just saying that. It's awesome.
Good stuff. All right. So that's what I got. Now we have another video. Video.
Yeah, regarding the CRM, let's see if we can get the sound going.
Okay, and we're asking Lee. I did a half-hour public speaking with Lee because she wanted to know more about it. So let's see how it worked out.
Three more chances of Lee managing and marketing information this week. Last week we talked about Facebook, how to share Facebook content from the Partners Trust page to your own personal page or to your brand page. Today we're going to talk about email. Email is a fantastic way to nurture leads for the following reasons. Number one, guaranteed reach. One of the most frustrating things about Facebook is that you know your audience and an algorithm that is sorting what to show in the same feed. So the best thing about email is that it arrives in your recipient inboxes, no questions asked, and that brings us to number 2, which is it's really valuable and personal touch point. And you're showing that in your inbox, that means you're staying top of the line, whether it's weekly or monthly, and your personal brand is top. Number 3 is permission based. It means that someone opted in, and they're actually expecting you to reach out to them, so definitely take advantage of that. It's very rare in the marketing world that someone opted into being advertised to or contacted for this reason. And bonus, if you do correctly, you can do fantastic analytics. If you're looking at who opened your email, who clicked inside of your email, and what they clicked upon, you know that they're interested in, you know how to follow up with them next time. Okay, so the first step is to log into the CMS
I'm going to show you very detailed ways of knowing how to do this, so you don't have to say, here's a great idea, here's how you do it.
Key cards, business development, and letter cards. So this is your email builder. If you scroll all the way down, you can already create the email to put on it where each of the fields are going to show up in the visual email. So this box up here is going to be a slideshow of one listing. If you choose to use it, I'm actually going to recommend that you don't use that because it's important that as soon as you're getting something, they see something about you and you don't have to scroll too much before they get to something that catches their eye. So we have a headline.
You know what? I'm a time. So this will sound much better when you can listen to it on your computer. It's there. Listen to it. Okay? Okay.
So the question was asked, the computer on the business development classes. The business development classes is not just a 1 week or 6 week or 8 week program. It's going to be consistent through the end of the year and if need be into the first of the year. So all of you, if you miss something, you could come in, but it's imperative and important. If you want to be successful in this realm of building your own corporation or your own business, you need to be there Tuesdays. Thursdays, we are going to change over from new licensee training to the training of how to do putting a blog from Partners Trust to Facebook. All of these videos we're going to reinforce on Thursday. I know you may not be in, but you don't have it broadcast. So it's important that if you really want to get it, come in, repetitiveness and going over it a number of times will become automatic to you, so you will get it. We are investing a lot of time and focus on making all of you successful businesses. That's our goal. Our goal is to make all of you make more money. As the quote of the meeting, there were 3 quotes here today, and basically the one from Richard, my partners and I, we use the pronouns. The pronouns reflect a team orientation, and it's a team. All of you are partners. All of you are integrated into becoming very successful. And I'm going to redo this with all of you during these classes because it's so important. Just the points on the awareness from Gary Vee. I picked up 7 points on Gary Vee. Personal brand, having something to say in your social media. The distribution, how are you distributing your social media? And what sites are you putting on? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. And what you have to do is test and learn. And then the keys to the keys to people coming back to you consistently is the content and the confidence that you get through your social media. So we're all going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn more. And so I can help you if you have a question. But business development is going to be continuous through the end of the year. And Thursdays are going to review all of what we're trying to show, the new content we're giving you, how to do it. So that if you want to be, successful, please join us. Carl?
Yeah, so just collecting funds for Patrick, so please see me.
Newton?
There is birthday cake for all September birthday.
Yeah.
Who are those birthdays?
Let's see, we've got Ed Hutchinson, Cassandra Peterson, Mark Kitchen, and Trevor Edmonds.
I want to remind you, Newton.
Dario has a birthday this month too.
If there are some issues with commission and getting the listing and say it's like multiple units, and of course, the seller is saying, you know, I'm out of the commission, you need to speak to me, because Newton will not process that listing. If it's not a minimum of 2.5%, he will not process it until he gets an approval from me. And he's doing a very good job. I want to tell you, he's doing an excellent job on the concierge job, on the concierge desk. So, let's support him and not give him any kind of aggravation. Any new listings? Katrina?
I have 3 things to talk about. 6145 Mulholland Highway is starting to come together. Beautiful, special property, right underneath the Hollywood sign, long winding driveway up on its own private knoll. Original, impeccably cared for, mid-century, with walls of glass, views out to Hollywood and downtown. We are having an invitation-only open house on Tuesday, so please come and chat with me. That's at 2-6. I also have a new listing coming on in 2 weeks in a really nice part of Glendale, northwest Glendale, above Bel Air, if anyone knows Glendale. It's it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, Tudor, beautifully redone. They spent way too much on their kitchen. Didn't think they were going to move so quick. Lovely. They put in a built-in barbecue with reclaimed wood. It's gorgeous. It's going to come on at $888. And I have one other personal thing. I have signed up to walk to end Alzheimer's October 9th. I have a modest goal. I signed up a little late. So modest goal, so if anyone wants to donate $5 or $10 or $20, please see me, and all kinds of people will
Could we
appreciate
donate
it.
more of the money?
You absolutely
Okay.
can. That's it.
Right?
Great. Callie Griffith, hello.
Hi. Got this coming on Friday at the park.
Yeah.
It is listed for $779, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 19.6 Spanish. Absolutely incredible. And it's walking distance to New York and it's got tired.
Nice.
Dario, you have
No.
Okay. Liz?
Couple things, Magnus and I have a house on Lalia Lane, just off of Beverly, Glen, about a mile north of Sunset. 10267 Lalia Lane, 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,600 feet, 1.6-ish. Coming on probably 3 or 4 weeks. And then 2818 Pacific View Trail, 2-bed, 2-bath, super cute, 1,500 feet, 1 mil-ish. Again, 3 or 4 weeks out on that. And then Magnus asked that I announce his listing in Calabasas, 24014 Park Casino, 4-bed, 3-bath, 4,500 feet, listed at $1,719,500. Views of Calabasas Country Club, and will be open Friday, 11 to 2.
Very good.
Nice.
David?
424 Hillgard, 3,650 square foot house, is now also available for lease for $8,250 a month. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house, little home need, Warner School. It's also for sale for 3.6.
Okay. Any reductions?
Karen, we got something.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Sean?
Back on the market, an amazing Spanish casino
Garcia, South Crescent, 1566 South Crescent High School Board. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 69 square feet. Perfect for a first-time buyer or a growing family. Fill out of escrow, is back in business. Come see me Saturday or Sunday.
Nice.
Cute little house.
Sure. BHPO, approximately 22,000 square foot lot, most of it flat, 2,495,000, 2,500 square foot, kind of post-and-beam 50s, A-frame-ish thing. Actually could be like either kind of Hawaiian, on Hidden Valley, great location. So
Which part of it?
if you go down the yard gate, down almost towards the end, no noise whatsoever, very private, 86-foot frontage by 230. Great house, you could spit shine it, it needs everything, but the bones are good, or scrape it and build something big. It's a great location. So Jim, what?
How much?
2,495. The neighbor already wants to buy it, so.
I will tell you, how many understand what Hidden Valley is off the Coldwater Canyon? Hidden Valley is an enclave,
Yeah, great.
basically an enclave.
Great location.
Large lots and a lot of privacy and numerous celebrity ownership within this valley. And what property just sold overlooking that valley was the Charlton Heston estate that I think sold for $11.5 million. So it's a very desirable Roger Moore's old house that I think Cameron Diaz bought, and which is a great Spanish. So just to know, you've got developers and you want a location that will support the development. This is a location. Mark?
It doesn't have some security as well as that street.
It does.
It doesn't have a gate, it has a security guard with a booth.
I could probably take them, but you know, it's there.
How many people saw Brad Pitt's house yesterday? Katrina, do you want to tell the office about it so maybe they could share something?
It was
Stand up.
really cool. The house is spectacular, very modern, very architectural, open. Christy and I were giggling because the master bedroom has this beautiful soft white carpet, and we decided that they probably just floated over because it's so lovely. But really what I think is special about the property is the land. It feels like you are not in Los
Can you
Angeles.
explain where it's at?
It's on Valley Oak, which is a gated part of the Oaks.
In Los
In
Feliz.
Los Angeles. It's just really special. I mean, it's gonna be somebody who just wants it.
How much is it?
6.5, I think. Yeah, it's got great style. It's a beautiful house, beautiful surroundings, a nice little guest house. There are a couple other small homes on the property that may or may not be included. There was it was Amy and Club.
Okay.
Really special though. It was fun to see it.
But I thought it was modern, I thought it was a craftsman.
No,
He does have a craftsman over there.
I mean, I would not call it a craftsman.
Okay, all right, great.
And I would say information that it's a divorce. So.
It's a divorce, yes.
It's divorce stuff.
It's a divorce. Well, we should have known when it was listed in the MLS that was something happening, and we would have had the information beforehand. How many saw Lago Vista yesterday? Great lot, I think I saw the house many years ago when it was Hal Roach family sold the lot. So, and then whoever bought it lived in it, and then I guess somebody else bought it and tore the house down and built the house. They're asking $43 million. If you want to be perceived as a luxury broker through your social sphere or anything, look at these houses, make a point to go see them and keep them in your little data bank up here because somebody's going to be talking about it and you should know about these kind of. This is who we are. We are Partners Trust. We sell properties from $300,000 up to multi-millions. But what's gonna tell you what's going to get you higher priced properties is understanding the higher end market. If you have the opportunity to go see these properties, please do. With that, if you need any help with escrow companies or any type of problems that come down during the week, please let us know. We're here to support you. Have a great week. Oh, there's birthday cake in the kitchen. Birthday cake.
Patrick, did you want to check or do you want to?